first opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They begin the drive with Williams. They find some open field here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Fields and the Bears now with a first and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields.
They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. That's Porter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schaefer.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Porter.
The Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
First carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it in.
Now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action. They'll throw.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. These two teams all tied after 1.
Score time 7-7.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Next judge for a Chicago Bears.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 35 on 2nd down. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Off play action, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Montgomery back to the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Running left, Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They snap it to Fields. Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up Sackett.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On third down, here's Williams. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw here. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They go back to the ground with Williams. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
They're over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
They'll wind up getting just a yard.
And that's going to bring up the fourth down. The kick by McManus is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for the curl in.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go with Williams. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ball game. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Powers through him. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And some room to... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Pass
across the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 75 yards.
Here's Fields.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Fields.
Complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And the Broncos aren't able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Broncos,
a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium.